Welcome back to the Cheeky Crypto Podcast with your hosts, Mike, JB, and Chris. Many thanks for listening in, liking, and subscribing. If you haven't done so, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button and turn on all notifications. We do appreciate it. If you haven't joined the Discord or Patreon, the link's in the description down below. Fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. And most importantly, it's absolutely free to join. Now let's get into some crypto talk. JB, my friend, how are you today?
What's going on, guys? We're all good. Got COVID, struggling, but we're good. We're here to do another podcast. Yeah, everything's swelled here. How are you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm good. You know, the beauty of working from home, right? I still podcasting.
Hell yeah.
JB, sorry to hear you have COVID. My girlfriend has COVID also. My mom has COVID also. So it looks like COVID is on the outbreak again. Will it be what brings Bitcoin down? We'll let you know today. So make sure you listen to the entire podcast because we're going to talk our way through this one today. Pretty interesting couple of things to talk about today. Bitcoin decided it wanted to be a little punk ass and move up to 18,300 yesterday. Gentlemen, what's our thoughts? We still waiting for Chris's favorite, lower lows?
Yeah, it was a down, 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 down to down, 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 down.
Yeah, I think we knew this was going to happen. You know, when Fed Powell spoke, even when the everything happened, you know, kind of knew it. I thought it was going to be more volatile than what it was. I thought we would have seen a pump, and I thought we were going to see that crash. It didn't really happen the way I thought it was going to, but you know, it's still there to happen. I wasn't too pleased with the way the speech happened after everything. I wasn't quite fond of everything he said. You know, I think he's trying to install a bit of confidence into what they're doing. And it's not really installed confidence. Everything he said I didn't like, but you know, we'll see what happens next year. But I think we're still on track for a nice big dump to come soon.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the stuff that was uttered was really what we already knew, and I think it was a well worded speech.
He's always so good at that.
Yeah, it was worded in such a way that it wouldn't spook the market with the actual shit that is happening and going to continue to happen. So, look, I don't really take any real, confidence from what was actually sort of articulated in the speech. So, China is a big concern with the supply chain side of things, the property crisis and everything that is still happening over there that has gone really, really quiet. You haven't heard anything about Genesis recently. That's gone really, really quiet. Does this mean that they've managed to get the funding required, or have they not got the funding required? We're going to hear about certain, I guess, motions for bankruptcy and all that sort of stuff in the coming, days and weeks. I don't know, but ultimately, the pump to the upside was people trying to price in something really, really positive happening, and we didn't really see that. So I think that's why we're kind of seeing the pullback. Nick put out a fantastic short trade. That came in quick, nice 10%, for Patreon members on the trader tier. So yeah, look, we're navigating this space impeccably, right?
Yo, shout out, by the way, to one of the guys in the trader chats. I think his name's Tony. Tony posted some amazing trades that he had just smashed through. I think one of them was like, here it is right here. I'm just plus 142. On a short, plus 51%, plus 17%, plus 15%. Now, what's great about these is his comments, and shout out to Tony7879. He said since he's been learning Elliott wave theory through Nick's course, he's coupled it with some of the stuff that Festoon also uses, which Nick is now using. What's that, JB? What's that indicator that Nick uses? What's it called? Do you know off the top of your head?
Quite a lot. I don't know
smart money contract. Smart money concept.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So he's coupled Elliott wave theory with smart money concepts into trading, and the results show, right? So Nick's course that he has put out, I mean, look, people are making money from it, right? So it's worth, the trader chat itself is worth it. Nick's course is worth it. Following along every day, Nick talks about this stuff on his daily TA videos, right? Like with Bitcoin, he talks about it in the morning with you, Chris, on Twitch. So it's great. Yes, we all feel bearish in bearish times, but people are still making money. If they would listen, if you do the research, you learn Elliott wave theory, you can still make money in this environment. Chris has said it all along. This is a great trading environment at certain spots. And I think we're in a position right now where, you know, there is a potential where a big short could potentially make some good money. So definitely a great time to be a part of the Discord, coming to the end of a bear market. So if you're not a part of our 5,500 members plus, please do us a favor. Just jump in. You know, if you don't like it, you can leave. It's not that big of a deal, but definitely worth taking a punt and taking a peek at that. But had to give Tony a shout out. Sorry guuse, but I just saw that.
Had to be done. Look, people learning. I think we've actually given away over £18,500 worth of course materials to people. You know, I think we've got 130 odd people on the Elliott wave theory course at the moment, and that is a number that is growing rapidly. And look, don't take our words for how good it is. Jump in the Discord and just ask anybody that's been on the course. Just say, look, you know, has anybody here been on the Elliott wave theory course? And I'll tell you now, like, we're comfortable with people going and doing that because we know how good it is, and we know that the members and the individuals that have purchased the course will talk highly of it, and it's great value. Yeah, sorry, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get the course as well soon, because obviously I've got a little bit more time on my hands free.
Yeah.
I mean, the proof's in the pudding. We're seeing it in the Discord. You know, there's lots of people posting the trades they're making, lots of people talking really good things coming off the back of the course. They're breaking it down into their own time, taking their own time to learn everything. You know, I think it's an absolute superb thing, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting on it. And I know Mike's on it as well, aren't you?
Here and there. I have more time right now. I think I over this break, I have a couple weeks off. Over this break, I'm definitely gonna. I understand the concept a little bit, like, but yes, I do need to finish the course. Chris's course. I just want to make sure I point out though, Chris's portfolio course is important because I can't look. People ask for TA all the time, right? But the course itself is how to structure your portfolio. What is more important? The TA is important. Where you buy, how much you buy, etc. That's important. But structuring your portfolio is probably a little bit more important because you need to make sure you have the right projects. You need to understand your distribution of your assets within those projects. Like, you don't want all of your projects to be layer ones. You don't want all of your projects to be gaming, right? So I think Chris's course, and Chris's Chris, what is it? Is it what document did you send me? Is it Google Docs or?
So yeah, we've got a Google Docs and an Excel spreadsheet. And basically what it is it's a portfolio tracker. So the course that I put together, and this isn't a sales pitch, right? We just talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not. I just want to. Yeah, I'm not trying to sell everybody. I'm just telling you that it's useful.
Yeah, it's very useful. And the course that I put together is not me telling, you know, or dictating to people how to put a portfolio together. It's about the principles and the pillars, pillars of importance when building a portfolio. It's really up for you guys and girls at home to look at what projects you want to put into that portfolio, what sectors. But the tracker that comes with the course basically supports with I guess keeping you aligned to what the structure of a portfolio should be. So it will give you a visual view of your portfolio as to which sectors you've got, and what percentage of sectors you've got in that portfolio, the percentage of each coin that you hold, and also it looks at risk as well. So it gives you a visual idea of the risk that you hold within your portfolio. Those three things are really important when building a portfolio.
No, and well, look, when I came into the space, no one told me about any of this stuff. And so for the early investor, this is crucial. I mean, I'm still figuring it out. I've been in crypto for I think a little over a year now, and I'm still trying to figure all that shit out. So for those of you that are new to crypto, you're wanting to get involved with the space, you're wanting to invest. I mean, if it's not Chris's course, which I highly recommend, and I'm not just saying that because I'm part of Cheeky Crypto, I'm saying there isn't a course like this out there, right? The Bit Boys and people like that, they're not giving you this types of shit, right? They're just telling you about projects and bringing you news all the time. Nobody's helping you actually structure a portfolio in a bear market. We're actually going to make money. So people that are watching BitBoy or, ran at Banter or whatever, they're not putting together any of these things for you guys, which I think is immense for you, Chris, and for you and for Nick, that you guys are putting information out there to actually help the investor, right? Like, yes, we talk about technical analysis, we talk about news, we talk about events, but we're actually out here trying to help people make money, not just talk about shit. And I think a lot of people talk about shit and they don't actually do shit to help people, right? Like, it's one thing to say, hey, I want to help people, but it's another thing to actually do something that actually helps people. And so to that, the portfolio builder course and then the TA course, I highly recommend. Look, I know we're in 89 countries now, and we're going to get into our Spotify stats soon. But for those of you that are listening to us, please do us a favor. Just take a peek at it. Take a look at it. I promise you it's well worth it. JB?
On the back of what you were saying about Chris's course, I think I was one of the first to jump on it, just obviously to get feelers. And I did say I was going to give you the feedback on it. I've not had the chance to do it yet, but I will do it now. And I think it is, obviously, it's very, very fruitful to get on it and understand how to build your portfolio, I'd like to say properly. Now, what you're going to be presented with is a properly proven system for building a portfolio. It's not just like, if I took my portfolio, for instance, I was missing maybe 3 or 4 sectors that, when you think about, really should have been in there, obviously, to stretch over your percentages over all these different areas. Now, it may come across some little bits as basic, but the basic things are the things that you need, to structure everything in a well-balanced manner for the portfolio. So I highly, highly recommend just blasting your way through it, getting a proper understanding. Even the questions make you actually sit and think, like, what am I doing here with this portfolio? I'm really, really high on it. I think it's a really good thing you've put together there, Chris.
Yeah, look, I put it together and I wanted to share it first, like, what we did with the Elliott Wave theory course, share it, see whether people, are getting the value that, we want them to get from it. And yeah, look, the feedback's all been really positive. And what's really cool is you're now seeing, screenshots of some of the visual aspects of people's portfolios, and they're like, oh, it's, I've got to get this to this stage, and this is how it looked before, and this is what it looks like now. And that stuff's really nice to see. I really do enjoy seeing people sort of making big improvements to their portfolios. It's cool.
Yeah, and I just want to make sure I clarify to listeners and viewers, like, I'm not just trying to shill. So I hate dumping shill information. These guys know I don't like to shill stuff, but I think that it's important. I wish that I, as a new investor, had certain things like this, because without it, I lost $40,000, to be blunt, right? So because I didn't have the know-all, I lost a lot of money, right? Because I didn't know, because I'm following influencers who are shilling projects and shilling coins and, not really giving you the, like, they talk about DCA, but they don't explain DCA. They don't explain when you should buy, how you should buy. They're not talking about buying, obviously you guys can tell I'm pretty adamant about this, right? Like, I'm pretty hyped up about this conversation right now, because I did lose a lot of money because I didn't know. And it's a painful experience. And, we used to call it, what we say, it's paying your fee. Yeah, paying your entrance fee. Well, that's an expensive ass entrance fee. That's a lot of money. So anyways,
so why not get rid of the entrance fee? If your entrance fee is going to be the fee of courses, I'm definitely not trying to shill this, but it's my way of thinking. Is your entrance fee paying for the courses, maybe paying for the tier in the Patreon, the patrons tier in the Discord, sorry. I'd rather have that as my entrance fee rather than the X amount I maybe lost at the start of my crypto journey. I know which I would prefer right now if I was coming into the space.
Well, look, I mean, Chris and Nick, they do crypto full time. And the reason they're able to do crypto full time is because they navigated the space back in 2020 correctly. They made a shit ton of money off of it. And now they're able to take their knowledge and give back to the community, right? So what better way than to pick two people's brains that have already navigated the space, made a shit ton of money. This is what they do full time. They don't need a job. They're retired. They own houses. They own cars. They don't put that shit in your face though, which I think is pretty important, right? So why not, if you're new to the space, and this is mainly for people that are new to the space, just take a peek at courses or, whatever. Even Chris's portfolio builder on YouTube is a great starter place to go see. If you like how he's discussing it on there, maybe take a look at the course. Anyways, done with shilling. It's not a shill. It's literally to help you guys not lose money like I lost. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
that's the
think,
important piece.
Yeah. I think that, go into the Discord and chat with people, ask people what they think, because they'll tell you whether it's worth it or not. Right. And, we do this with the Patreon as well. We'll just put it out on Twitter and just say, Patreon members, let people know what you think of the Patreon membership, and they'll go do it, right? And we yet to see somebody say that, they're not happy with it or it's not good value. So pretty ballsy move to go do stuff, but that's how confident we are in what we're doing here, right? But yeah, go and ask people and get their feedback. Don't take our word for it. It's really important.
It's also in the Discord, there is a members feedback section. The good and the bad is in there. It's completely honest. It's not regulated. There's nothing's deleted. The good comments are in there. The bad comments are in there. There's not that many. I will happily say that, but everything is in there. You don't even have to go and ask somebody. The comments are already there. You can go and read them. It's members that have put their own feedback into there for everybody else to see.
Yeah, and it's a case of it's not perfect. Like, it's never going to be perfect, right? It's not. It's still in beta, it's still evolving, and it will continue to do so. But yeah, look, I think we've tried to price it really well, so it can support many people rather than just a few people. So yeah, look, really good position. But I think it would be really good, Mike, if we have a little bit of a chat about the success of the podcast over the last year, because I don't think people quite will quite understand it really, like without actually being told about it. So yeah, and it's we're proud of it, right? Basically the Cheeky Crypto podcast in 2022 was in the top 10% of most shared globally. Get your head around that. Top 10% of all podcasts worldwide, 31% shared on WhatsApp, 30 direct links, and then you've got 14 on text, 7 on Facebook, which I think this stuff's pretty cool, right? And the other big stat that I kind of wanted to call out was the podcast is in the top 10%, top 5% for most followed podcasts.
That's insane. That's a crazy stat. That's a crazy stat.
Yeah. And don't take my
I'm
word
jumping
for it.
in. I'm trying to look at it right now. I'm trying to go through Spotify to kind of help you go
so
through.
These come direct from Spotify. This isn't us
numbers.
Sort of like just pulling this out of our ass. This is direct from Spotify.
Right.
So yeah, look, woke up this morning to see this stuff, and I think we're a top 100 podcast here in the UK, but to be in the top 5% globally for most followed is that's such a big achievement. So big thank you to everybody for following.
So I'm going to jump in here before any of you can actually talk more into it, but obviously I'm the newest here for it. I can take it from being a viewer of the podcast previously to actually obviously being on it now. So it's a massive shout out to the guys that have done it before me, the guys that are doing it with me. It's taken a big effort to get to where we are. We're making it bigger, we're making it better. It's going to continue. We're getting all the feedback from the community. I personally look at it from the YouTube side. I like the podcast being on YouTube. That's where I tend to watch mine. But now you see the other platforms where the podcasts are, all these combined together. This is getting big. It's getting better. This is going to be a force.
Yeah, look, there was a lot of hours that were put into the podcast, and it's never just one person. That it does take a village, right, to move the needle on pages. I mean, just it's so we're just grateful that you guys keep listening to it. You care about watching it. I think it's pretty crazy. I'm still trying to get all the stats from the Spotify thing, but there's like 400 pages that I have to go through.
It's a ridiculous number of pages.
To find all the stats. But some of the stats are, oh, here we go. So basically it says it was heard in 81 countries. Top 5 countries was United Kingdom, United States, Australia, Netherlands, and then Canada. Canada, all places. That's so interesting. I did not recognize that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. Here's another stat. I think that's about to pop up. It takes so long for it to pop up. Now this one I think is really cool. You had 275% more listeners compared to your average week. And I think this was a couple weeks ago that happened. I think that was when the XRP stuff started going out. When that a couple that you put out was super viral. But anyways, yes,
I think that's when I joined the podcast.
There you go. Let's see. Yeah, your podcast was in the top 10% most shared globally. Here's how listeners spread the word. Wow, this is so cool. Look at that. 31% through WhatsApp, 30% through direct link, 18% through other, 14% through text, 7% through Facebook. Man, that's so neat. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the love. We're going to keep building going into 2023. Look, and all this during the bear market. Can't wait for the bull market. I mean, you can't imagine.
You know, like we're going to start to do this like over time. You're going to start to see a real big improvement in the output. I mean, I say you're going to see it, but if you're listening to it, you're going to hear it, right? There's going to be some production individuals behind the scenes shortly, new studio for myself and all sorts of different things. So yeah, look, expect some changes over the period of 2023. Because we are going to be making some pretty sizable investments and upgrades to the podcast, right? But yeah, look, we've recently had people reach out trying to buy the podcast. I didn't even realize that these were the statistics, and now I'm just not surprised. So yeah, look, obviously we're not going to sell.
We're not selling.
Anyways, we're not sellouts here at Cheeky.
Yeah, we're not sellouts. We're not
sellouts.
Unless you're offering $1 billion, though.
Listen, to finish off on that, thanks to everybody for watching, the likes, the comments. Keep commenting. Let us know what you want to hear more of, what you want to hear less of. Hell, if you want us to try and get collabs, let us know. You're the guys that are listening to this podcast. So you tell us what you want to hear, and we can do more of it. We can do less of it. This is for everyone.
Yeah, it's a good point. We do have interviews coming up too, which I think, obviously they're not gigantic companies, right? But they're great companies. They're early startups and I think that's what Cheeky Crypto has always specialized in, is kind of finding the needle in the haystack, right? Like trying to find some of these projects that are going to bring you the most X's, quote unquote, in the next run, and getting involved in projects early, kind of like the Bored Ape Golf Club, right? Like having the ability to get in on some of these private sales and little stuff. So excited should we tell everybody what the next interview is going to be? Who we're doing?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we've got 𝗓𝗏. That will be interview tomorrow, and
which is part of the Singularity group.
Part of the Singularity group, yes, and integrating with Singularity Net ecosystem. So look, it's a really good project, and yeah, it's been a while since we've interviewed Khabib on 𝗗𝗊𝗪, even not Khabib. Got UFC on the mind. Khabib.
I'd like to interview Khabib. I love Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, 𝗗𝗪𝗪. I'm gonna edit this shit out. Whatever. 𝗗𝗪𝗪. Yeah, we've got. It's been a while since we've done an interview with 𝗗𝗪𝗪. But yeah, looking forward to catching up with him on everything 𝗓𝗏.
All right, let's move on. This podcast was only supposed to be 30 minutes. We are now 30 minutes already in. We haven't even spoke about any of the market stuff. We haven't talked about SPF. So we'll do some runs downs of that. Did I just learn how to speak?
Look, I love how you did that, so nobody realizes that around that time Chris had to do an edit. I love it.
The Dow today continuing to fall. It's down 1.5%. Markets just opened 22 minutes ago. NASDAQ's down almost 2%, S&P down a little over 1.5%. And honestly, guys, I think it's mainly, look, Fed Chair Powell, like you guys said, he's not going to come out and try to move markets. He's not going to try to dump the market. He's not going to try to pump the market. One key thing that I feel like needs to be talked about is they're raising interest rates, but they're not talking about when those interest rates that they've raised are going to come down. And I think that's going to be another piece to it, right? So we're going up to this 5.1%. How long is that 5.1% going to sit there, right? I think that's going to be a key level of, and I think that's what's getting priced in today, is the one comment that he made was they have no plans as of right now to bring that funds rate back down. And I think that's going to be crucial across the board, especially in 2023. I don't see them touching anything that they've added until 2024. I think it's just going to stay up there. So borrowing money is going to be very expensive. And I think, Chris, this goes back to you always saying, right now, cash is king, sit in cash, chill and wait. Bear market bottom's coming, right? I think the bear market bottom's going to be here within the next 3 to 6 months. So I'm putting my money into the crypto and I'm going to put it in my wallet. And then I'm going to sit here and wait until the bull market returns. When the bull market returns, no one can answer that question, right? Like, look at this. JB's got COVID. My girlfriend has COVID. Mom has COVID. Does COVID break out again? We don't know. What's going to be the contagion besides FTX that dumps the market back down? And then what's going to be the contagion that pumps the market back up, right? That brings investors back, brings big money back to crypto. I think that's the ultimate question. Boys, what brings big money back to crypto? Chris?
I think it's going to be, I guess the brands are going to be one aspect of bringing in, you know, big money. And when I say big money, it's big retail money, right? Like not as in like one individual, but like combined, like retail in huge adoption coming into to crypto. That could be through brands like Starbucks with their like loyalty scheme. The customers don't know that it's crypto in the background, right? And I think that's going to be one way that we're going to see, you know, big money come into the space is through the brands themselves. But yeah, look, regulations for like I'm going to label it up smart money / not really that smart money. I think it'll be regulations and I guess the actual underlying technology and utility. I think that will be you know, what brings big money in. I think the biggest eye opener for me is the smart / not so smart money are really poor at doing due diligence.
Yeah, clearly.
I mean, look at Kevin O'Leary, man. Like what due diligence did he actually, you know, do with FTX?
What sucks about the Kevin O'Leary thing is he's spent years on Shark Tank making everyone believe that he is the ultimate smartest investor. And CNBC uses him as a correspondent for crypto all the time, right? They want to hear his opinion about crypto. And then he goes and he's on Capitol Hill. First of all, why is he on Capitol Hill talking about FTX? Because you're a paid celebrity. You get to be on and talk about it. Anyways, him calling out Binance. What's funny is CZ this morning on CNBC, they have him interviewed at 8:30 this morning. They had him on there and he's calling out Kevin O'Leary, saying that why should a paid celebrity have the ability to go in front of Congress and talk about regulation, talk about losing money? JB, well, I mean, did you get to watch the interview? What's your thoughts on all this, dude?
I didn't watch the interview, but I totally agree with it. I mean, what right does he have to go in and talk about it? There should have people from the crypto space already up there. You should have the likes of CZ. I was going to say SBF, but that's never going to happen. Nobody wants to see that. But they need to have people who are big in the space, who know a lot about the space and who are going to tell the truth about the space up, talking about everything that's going on. So, you know, like the average person can listen, get an understanding from people who are already here, and then go from there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's amazing that he can, you know, I think he was sat down, but you know, it's amazing to me that he can sit there and he can preach about losing money, because basically he's just lost retail money because FTX paid him 15 million. I think and I could be wrong on this, but I think he's invested 10 million. So, you know, the other 5 million, I believe, was used to pay for the tax aspect of that 15 million that he received. So what has he actually lost? You know, don't get me wrong, he's put some time in as a spokesperson, a paid by the retail money spokesperson for FTX. You know, he hasn't really lost any money, right? Not like retail's lost money. Retail weren't getting paid. You know, like I didn't, you know, if I put $1,000 into FTX weren't paying me $1,000 or $1,500. You know, like that I just write that off. That isn't a loss to me. Like, you don't sit there and preach as if like Binance are the reason why FTX failed. They're not. I don't remember CZ, you know, managing FTX. I'm pretty sure he manages Binance, right? Like they're
claiming, I don't mean to cut you off. They're claiming that CZ's tweets is the one that initially brought the whole shit down. All CZ's tweets did was expose the bullshit that was underneath of FTX.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
All it did.
Yeah, exactly. He's the one that shed the light.
He's like a whistleblower, but not the whistleblower.
yeah. But like Alameda Research was bankrupt back in August, September, I believe. You know, and it's all coming to light now that basically I don't know if it's the right-hand man or, you know, somebody quite senior at FTX actually mentioned to the SEC about the funds being siphoned into Alameda Research. They actually went to the SEC with it back on the 9th of November, I'm reading. So they're aware. The SEC were made aware on the 9th of November.
Just on top of that as well, we've seen on Crypto Leaks. I just had to pull it up there so I could get the exact date. Crypto Leaks added that everything that was starting about FTX on the 9th of June. So this goes back way further than a lot of people, I think, are realizing. This has been developing for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Well, what we were saying earlier, right before we got on here, was Kevin O'Leary saying that they're centralized and they're basically becoming a monopoly. They're not a monopoly. There's Coinbase. There's how many exchanges really are there, Chris?
Well, like I pulled up 19 the other day. One of them was FTX. So let's say 18.
Okay, so 18.
Yeah. Where's the monopoly? I mean, it's no different to Amazon. Like there's hundreds of companies. I mentioned like a lot of this stuff on the previous podcast, but there's a number of companies that can't, you know, compete with Amazon and have to.
Well, the argument for Amazon would be that Walmart.com sells online, right? So Amazon would be considered selling online. I'm just trying to be, the devil's advocate here.
So you would say the same about Coinbase.
Correct.
Correct. You know, what about Bybit?
Right. KuCoin,
Gate.io.
Yep.
You know, Kraken.
Kevin O'Leary's.
Yeah. Whatever that
Canada.
is. Yeah. But yeah, look, it was the co-CEO Ryan that alerted the unauthorized transfer of customer funds to Alameda Research on the 9th of November. So look, that's crazy. And in Congress, they've actually accused the SEC chair Gensler of being aware of everything, you know, in regards to the fraud FTX. So it would appear that there's some truth to it, and it's all coming out, right? And it's going to be really, really interesting what happens with Sam. Obviously, you know, he was going to testify, right? And that hasn't happened. And I'm not going to get into, you know, the speculation as to what I think could possibly happen next. But yeah, I just get a feeling that a lot of this corruption is not going to get brought down because Sam isn't going to be able to actually testify.
Well, what would be fascinating would be if the SEC Gensler gets called to speak at Congress about about the implications of him being involved and the underlying. It's going to be interesting how this plays out. It's going to take a while to play out. We all got to kind of just wait and see how long this is going to take out. I think SBF is fighting the extradition to the States, right? I think that he's saying they're going to fight that. But there is a treaty that's been since the 1930s with the Bohemian government in the US that, you know, extradition, it's going to happen. You can't fight it. Like he's going to go to jail. I think he's going to go to jail for a long time. And then who knows what happens to him after that. We'll just wait and see. Right?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But,
Well, you don't think he's going to go to jail?
Well, I don't think he's going to be in jail for a long time.
He might not even make it to jail. Who knows?
Yeah, he might make it to a prison cell, but I don't know if he's going to make it to the actual prison.
Yeah, we don't want to. We don't want to
holding cell.
Yeah, well, yeah, holding cell. That's good. So stocks are continuing to tumble. Bitcoin down 17,450. I did have CoinMarketCap pulled up. I want to do it overall because Bitcoin dominance yesterday was going up quite a bit. I'm not seeing altcoins drop quite as heavily as I would think. But anything else we want to touch on with the SBF stuff before we move on?
I don't think so. I think, probably everybody else is covering that. Like we touch on it, we give our views, our opinions, and some of the big sort of highlights, I guess. But yeah, probably don't want to dig into it too much.
Maybe.
I've got one in the comments below. How many years do you think SBF should get? And how many years do you think SBF is going to get? Put it in the comments below. Let us know.
That's good.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah. So looking at CoinMarketCap, BTC dominance is only at 38.3%. Yesterday, I want to say it got close to 40% at one point. I could be wrong on that. It was up much higher than what it is right now. But yeah, total market cap, 878 billion, down 0.07% since last day. Cryptos, you guys covered this the other day. It was pretty funny. Total cryptos in the space, 22,000 cryptos. That's unbelievable how many cryptos. And how many shit coins do you think are in there? About 21,200?
We have 38 new projects since the last podcast.
Yeah,
38?
38.
I think there's probably closer to 21,500 shit coins.
For fuck's sake, if you look at CoinMarketCap, exchanges 534.
34. Yep.
So how is it? Well, is it a monopoly because they make the most money and they're just the biggest? Is that Kevin O'Leary I don't know.
No, it's because they're the most successful.
534 exchanges. So you said 18. We're really at 534.
Yeah, but when I say 18, it's
big ones.
18, yeah, the main ones.
Yeah, main big dogs. But
I've got another interesting one there. Off the CoinMarketCap right now, it's 22,038 projects. At the bottom of the bear market, how many projects are going to be there?
I just don't think they get delisted from here.
No, they stay there forever.
Yeah, they'll stay there forever.
Oh, so I thought they would have came off.
No, they'll continue to just build that number up probably forever and ever. So I doubt a crypto project gives two shits about contacting CoinMarketCap when their project goes under and be like, hey,
or they rug it or whatever.
Yeah, how many rug pulls are within that 2238? Well, what's the scary part is somebody might go in there and be like, oh, check out this thing. It was a rug pull 5 years ago, right? And they're like, oh, that looks like a good price. They lose money off of it, right? Because it's still the Wild Wild West, baby. Still here.
Yeah, this is it, right? 99% of people are going to lose money, right? Like in this space, and that is pretty scary.
Yeah, and stocks are continuing to take a tumble. Yeah, Dow's down almost 700 points. So what? It's been 15 minutes since I said that. Yeah, Dow's down 2%, Nasdaq down 2.5%, S&P down almost 2.5%. So yeah, things are starting to make. So what's interesting about that? Look, you got your CPI numbers that you guys wanted. Where's the bull market run? It's not there, right? You got a good 50 basis points. All things positive for the bulls happened on Tuesday and Wednesday. And we're lower today in the stock market. Bitcoin's a little bit higher, but stock markets are just continuing to go down. It just shows you where the sentiment is, everyone. Bear, red. Be careful what you're putting your money into right now. The whales are looking to use you to get out of their positions. So please be careful. It's not financial advice. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Right? Right, Chris? Right, JB?
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Just be careful. I'm ready to buy ADA, by the way. I'm staring at the price because I'm ready to buy it. Even though I just said what I said, ADA, okay. If you look at the charts, ADA is ready for a move soon. That's why I would be buying it to swing trade. But anyways, moving on. What was the last thing we were going to talk about? I forgot. There was SBF we wanted to cover today. And what was the other thing we wanted to cover?
Oh, the gaming channel.
Ah, the gaming channel. JB, do you want to talk about the gaming channel?
Yeah, I'm absolutely hyped for the gaming channel. Obviously, on the Twitch stream today, Nick and Chris broke the news, everything that's going to happen. We're going to try and get Nick on the gaming channel. I want to try and get that running tonight. Let's see it in action. Let's get it going. Again, comments below. What would you like to see? What games would you like to see played? Would you like to come on and play with us? I mean,
do you think you could beat me and JB at COD?
Who, me?
Oh, I know they could beat me, so it's fine. I'm happy just going for a laugh.
So Chris yesterday told me that if he plays it for a while, he'll become the best at it. And I'm like,
look, I'm just gonna say it like this. Like, Mike is on this pedestal at the moment, right? But I'm coming for you, boy.
I have no pedestal.
I'm coming for you.
Trust me, I don't have very many wins on Warzone right now. But I do have some killer kills. I've dropped an 18 bomb, 16 bomb, 10 bomb. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. You don't want none of this. Anyways, gaming channel, I'm hype about. I think it's going to be an interesting gaming channel though, because it's going to cover lots of different games. And so JB wants you guys to put some games that you want to see down in the comments, because we'd like to see. There's a couple people that we may end up partnering with. Because that's their game, right? Like for me, Call of Duty, that's the only game I own, only game I buy every single year. JB loves sports, FIFA, Madden, NBA, things like that. Chris, I don't know what games he likes. Maybe he likes solitaire. Who knows? Chris, you could be like a professional
chess player.
Yeah, I could see you being a pawn.
Nah, like I'm taking the piss. I'm not a chess player. Look, I think, it'd be good to get some crypto games on here as well. Like 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗕 and a few others. As those games go live, obviously we've got the NFT drop for the race suits with 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗕. So yeah, look, I definitely want to be seeing our race suit NFT on a podium within the 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗕 game for sure.
How cool is it going to be though when 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗕 goes live and we're on the gaming channel and we stream that as second it goes live?
Yeah,
that's going to be epic.
Yeah, I think that's epic. That'd be dope. And all the new stuff that's coming. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗕 looks sweet, by the way. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗕's graphics, designs, the gameplay. And correct me if I'm wrong. Look, I know a little bit about 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗕, but 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧 is also a metaverse, right?
Yeah.
That to me, the gaming side of it, sweet. But the metaverse, I feel like Sandbox is cool, but I'm still waiting for someone to build something that's similar to a GTA, like Grand Theft Auto, right? With a little bit of COD in it, with a little bit of I'm waiting for someone to come out with that, metaverse that just is all integrated, right? Like I could just jump into the metaverse and I could go into a section where it's just COD, right? Like all COD players and whatever, or League of Legends, or by the way, if anybody in our Discord plays League of Legends, and you're really good at it, please contact Chris or Nick or myself or JB. Love to chat with you about League of Legends. Look, League of Legends is the most streamed and most watched game on the planet. Chris, I don't know if you know that or not, but
no, I'm not really a gamer.
Huge. Be really cool. Really cool. But yeah, look, I'm excited about the gaming side. Chris is also doing a vlogging channel. Also, Chris, do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, so look, you mentioned earlier we don't really like show off and all that sort of stuff, and that's going to be a trend that continues, right? Like we're not doing it for that side of things. But yeah, look, want to kind of give people a bit more of an understanding about us, who we are, and behind the scenes kind of stuff, really. When I start to build the new studio, perhaps we'll vlog that. We're going to go for a Christmas meetup this weekend. Maybe that'll be the first vlog. I've just purchased a whole load of new camera gear just for the car aspect of things, for like journeys and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, look, we go to events with projects. Maybe we're going to spend some time with some project teams, and maybe we'll film behind the scenes aspects of meetings and day in the life of, and all sorts of different things. So I think it's going to be a well-rounded one. There won't be like videos on the regular. It'll be maybe one a week max, maybe not even that. So we'll see how it goes.
Great, looks great.
Yeah.
I did DCA 𝗬𝗓 last night.
Nice.
Again, it got under 21 cents. Today it's sitting at 20.2048, 20 cents. I mean, crazy low right now, considering I was willing to buy 𝗬𝗓 at like $1.50.
Mhm.
I bought 𝗬𝗓 at $1.50 and now it's down to 20 cents. So anyways, that's all I got, boys. Let's wrap things up. Let's give some final thoughts. And JB, final thoughts, brother.
Yeah, thanks for listening to me today. My dulcet tones, I feel crap, but hey, over here, that's what it's all about. I'm looking forward to the future here. We just spoke about some big things that are going to happen here. Stick with us. You're going to see a lot of good things coming here. And again, this is all for you guys. You let us know what you want to see. We're going to do the best for you. And yeah, just take care in the space, everybody.
Yeah, let's hey man, I hope you feel better, brother. I could see you don't feel good, and I hope that it doesn't get any worse. I hope everything goes well over the weekend for you.
At least you can't carry it out of catch it from Call of Duty.
Hey,
okay.
look at it that way. Maybe now you can practice your Call of Duty.
Yep. One more thing, obviously, I will not be in Manchester this weekend. I'm not going to come and spread it on everybody. It's going to be there.
A bum.
So I hope everybody has a good time in Manchester.
Yeah, Chris, final thoughts, bro.
Well, obviously wounded that you've got COVID and not going to be there on Saturday. And hope you get better. But look, I thought when I come on the call that Mike looked a bit unwell. Very, very red. As a matter of fact, I said he kind of looked like a gnome. To be fair,
you're gonna cut this piece that you're saying right now, right?
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
No,
but,
definitely not.
No. But yeah, look, final thoughts. Look, keep safe. Primary goal is to keep your crypto safe and make sure that you're still looking to make money, but primary goal is keep your money safe, Mike.
Yeah, so I guess I don't know. I eat a lot of red meat. Maybe that's why my face is always so red.
Maybe.
I'm healthy.
I just kind of feel like you should sit in my garden.
I talk a lot.
Next to my koi pond.
So new name will be Gnome.
Gnome.
Mike the Gnome. We'll just go with that. I'm changing my name in Discord today. So anyways, thank you so much to everybody for listening in. Make sure you smash the like, smash that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Take care.